Okay, I got to share this story from this morning. I'm packing up, getting ready to leave my campsite, right? And I hear a vehicle coming down the dirt road. So I glance up at it, and it's a white sedan. Now, that's not unheard of, but it's a little unusual given the type of area I'm staying in and the condition of the roads and whatnot. So I, thought, hey, great, go for it, the adventurous, and continue packing up the car and getting ready. And a little bit later, I hear this pop, pop, and it's a handgun. And again, that's not all that unusual. A lot of places I stay, discharging firearms are completely legal. And in fact, some of the places I've got to be very mindful of broken bottles and glass shards because the idiots just shoot all that stuff up and then leave it for other people to contend with. So again, consciously didn't think anything of it, but the writer part inside me, immediately here's a storyline that, I'm sitting there, a person's sitting there packing up, and a sedan is coming down, and he's going to murder somebody out in the desert, right, and dump the body. And so as he's driving out, he sees people, and he's got to murder them on the way back to cover his tracks. And so I'm playing this storyline out that, here comes a sedan in, and what would I do to evade getting shot there on the spot, and then having to jump in my Subaru that's, it'll go off-road, but it's not designed for high speed. And here's, a chase along this 4-mile rutted dirt road out in the middle of nowhere, and how am I going to escape all that, and on and on, and eventually the storyline fades from the mind, and I go about my business, and sure enough, coming at me, here's back down the road is this white sedan. And the area I'm staying in is just a bunch of 4-wheel drive trails. So he pulls in on my side of the road about 60 yards away. I crouch down, eyeballing him, right? I'm in Army Scout mode now. I'm eyeballing him between the top of the Subaru and the bottom of the top rack carrier. Where's he at? Where's he going? And he comes in, and he goes past me, again, he's 60 yards away, but then he pulls in like the next trail over behind me. And now I'm like, okay, what the heck? My mind is really going. He's coming at me. I keep watching him, and as he gets closer, about 40 yards behind me, I'm keeping the Subaru between me and him, right? And all the while, I throw the folding chair, which is all I had left to pack, thank goodness, in the back. I shut the hatch, keeping the car between me and him. And what am I going to do if he pulls, starts coming at me? So he keeps on going behind me a little ways, and he parks, but he parks between this tall shrub. So I know he's there, but if I didn't, I wouldn't really be able to see him. He's behind this tall shrub, and that's okay. Randy's out of here. I jump in my Subaru, thinking all the while, how am I going to, what's the quickest way to get out of here without looking like an idiot, spinning tires and all that? And the only way is to make a U-turn, because in front of me, this little roadway that goes out's got some deep ruts I really don't want to drop my tires into, because I'm not sure I can power through them, and certainly couldn't do it quickly. So a U-turn it is. My heart's pounding. I'm thinking, what am I going to do if I turn around and, when I see him, he's got a gun. Which way am I going to go? What am I, So I clear this shrubbery, and sure enough, here's this ruffian, tall, skinny dude, unkept, long, stringy, graying hair, this worn leather jacket that's all scraped up and it's got patches all over it, faded, baggy jeans, this scruffy dog, and fortunately, he wasn't looking at me, very intently looking at the ground, and I'm thinking, oh God, he's figuring out where he's going to bury me after he shoots me. So I continue by him again. He's about 30-40 yards away, not at least been interested in me. So I kind of hightail it out of there, and of course I'm safe, but still, it was just the imagination, man. Just the imagination. And I don't know why that, if that storyline hadn't popped in my mind initially, I wouldn't have, thought anything about it. I mean, I'm always mindful of people being around. That was quite the way to start the morning out in the middle of Tonto National Forest. And sure enough, as I'm leaving, here he comes behind me, and this guy's flying. And so I found an area where I could just kind of pull over, and he caught up and went on by. And I have no idea what he was doing. Maybe there was a dead body or something back not too far away from my campsite, but I'll never know, because I went ahead and went about my day.